Good morning, happy Friday. Part of the purpose for my eyebrows always look funny in these videos uh, was to share my journey. My journey's been going on for a long time. I've built so many websites, done so many different things, and I haven't really, I don't think, fully applied what has been taught to work, but I have learned what doesn't work. Uh, there's a book called Ready, Fire, Aim. And there's someone else I know that wrote a book, Start Ugly. The point is, ready, fire, aim, go. You got to go. Fix it as you go. You can't make it perfect. You can fix it as you go, but you got to go because things will change. I've told this story before because I was in this, paid good money to be in this mentorship program, and each day they had a different coach. You go on and they, look at your stuff, and one would say I would use a different font, another one would say I would use different colors, and it felt like I was always working on the website instead of content. You do hear that ugly websites do work and they convert, and like I said, you can fix it. The main thing is the message. If you're enjoying the process, if you have something, see, sales used to be just like saying money. I didn't need money to be happy. I didn't like sales. I had a paradigm against, used car salesmen, people selling you, upselling. And then as I got into this, trying to learn to be an entrepreneur, I realized that some people appreciate to have those offers, right? Like, for example, when you go to get your oil changed and they suggest this, that, and the other. Now, if they're honest and their intentions are true, most people would appreciate, oh, I'm low on fluid. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, this needs to be serviced. Thanks for letting me know. You'd be pissed if they didn't tell you and you go down the road and your shit breaks. And you're like, well, why didn't you tell me? So, it's a balance like everything else. If someone's intentions are pure and they're just making an offer, there's pushy, and then there's just, here it is. Going to buy a car, well, you can get this upgrade, you can get that upgrade, just making the offer. So that was something I had to get over. So if you have something that obviously, and again, you can't please everyone. So don't try to create a product, or if you have a product, don't try to make it fit everyone. It's not going to. There's an audience that you're going to attract. And when you get into marketing, there's a way to, that's the, Facebook, you guys know it, when you talk about stuff or when you search stuff, there's a way to target people that want exactly what you have. It's out there. So, like I said, there's been a lot of, I don't really call them failures because I really didn't push, because I didn't have belief in what I was doing. And I kept wanting to tweak it and tweak it and tweak it. I'm trying to get to where something's evergreen, where I can put it up, that's what it is, and it'll last. But, things change. So, anyway, I was working on the website last night, and there's it can go deep, right? You can get a free website or a cheap website that's almost done for you real easy. You can get your own domain name, but with those, Google doesn't search those because they're hosted over here in a group. You have to get your own hosting, and if you want your website to be searched, if somebody can Google it, like for example, my business, My Assembly Guy, I get business because people Google, assembly services, Pinellas County or whatever, and I come up in Google searches. These done for you, free, low budget websites aren't going to come up in Google searches. So you either have to pay someone or you have to figure out how to do it. And if, like, say for example, if you go with GoDaddy and they host and have your domain name, if GoDaddy goes down, your whole website's down. So I was taught, I don't know if it's still the same, you have your hosting in one place, you have your domain name somewhere else. That way if something happens, you can switch and move stuff around to get your website back up. Because if that's going to be your income, you've got to have that up and running. And you don't want to have one person to have control over all of that. So that was a challenge. So get into that. And then you have the emails. You know how when you want some information, they say put in your email address, and then they send you something. That is it's what's typically called an autoresponder. And those are set up to where they're done automatically. And it's a good way to stay in touch with people, to email them. So that's a whole nother process to set that up. And so I was going through that last night. Then I had to make a video, and then I do a screenshot of the screen to show how to do. And this is in particular, if you want to follow it, My Choice for Health. I'm building that website, and that it's a fitness challenge. You can follow that and see if you get any ideas as I build that and start to promote it and go forward. But there's I don't know if I have it over here, a tracking and accountability plan. And it's pretty self-explanatory, but there's some steps. So I do a screenshot of the screen and record how that's done. Well, the microphone didn't work, and I had to set all that up. So, and that comes with, starting and stopping. A lot of this stuff has changed since I've done it in the past. So, it's a learning process. I put up a post last night. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So there are challenges, but that's part of the growth. That's part of life. Life is change. Changing, growing. Change is challenge, and challenge usually results in growth. So one of the keys, they say be passionate if you're passionate about something. Well, a lot of people have problems with what am I passionate about? If you're just passionate about, if you just want to make money and there's something you can do to make money that's you enjoy the process, that's the main thing, is enjoying the process. But you can also find a way to enjoy that process. And it's not something you have to do forever. That may lead you to something else. Tony Robbins tells a story about when he first got started and he had some partners. They went to somewhere in China or something to go to some temple to study, and he was like, I don't know. He wasn't all into it, but he wanted to go see what they were doing because they were his business partners. So part of the deal was, if you stayed there and was part of the program, you had to have a job there. You had to do some kind of cleaning up or something. Well, he didn't stay there, but he went the next day to go watch and observe. And they were like, no, if you're going to be here. And these were monks and stuff, and everybody had duties. I said, if you're going to be here, you have to do something. He says, well, you're big. We have some furniture to be moved. And he's like, no, I got a bad back. So they said, okay, you can go wash dishes from lunch. And then, that'll be your penance or whatever. And then you're free to roam around the campus and observe whatever you want. Well, they go in, it was a mess. He said the drain didn't work on the floor, and they're standing in water, and he was all pissed. And, he's like, I'm not in this. I'm not staying here. Why do I have to do this? And then he just started, he said, you know what? He switched his mindset, and this is, I chose to be here. I might as well make it fun. And he started singing and dancing, and everybody else started to. So even though you're in something, and that's what's going to happen when you're building a business, when I mean, it's almost anything you do. There's something that that needs to be done that's not as that you really enjoy. So you have a choice: figure out how to enjoy it, or pay someone else to do it. Now, if you can pay someone to build your websites and stuff, that's fine. I've considered it, but I know me. I change stuff so much, it would take me forever if I had to go back and forth with someone to get things changed. And there's a lot of stuff I prefer to do myself. And then once I get to a certain level, I'll start delegating those things out. But anyway, so this is, and I am going to show you behind the scenes if anybody's interested. The green screen, like I said, that's something that I did a long time ago. And one of my mantras is to keep it simple. I have to sit back and remind myself, is this really necessary? Can I do it? Get the same effect, but be a little bit simpler. You know, like the videos. I see people do videos. They're in their car, they're here, they're there, and I'm like, I think the videos, your information needs to be, you need to be informative. I think it needs to be somewhat personal, and I used to have an acronym for it a long time ago, but it also needs to be somewhat entertaining. So I figured the background would be a little more entertaining, and since I'm doing videos on 3 different platforms, for Ron's Choice and for My Choice for Health, I wanted, when you initially see the post, you can tell that it's not the same video. So yeah, that's it for this morning. I've got a call coming in just a minute, so I'm going to end it here, and see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Have a great weekend.